How will these 2 cups make you rich? This 2-cup method can bring you wealth, which means the solution to your money worries may be right in your kitchen. Large cash sums could land in your lap by the time you pour yourself a glass. What I'm about to share will work for anyone, no matter what your situation looks like right now. I know it sounds crazy, but I'll share all of the research and proof that supports everything I'm saying. What I'm about to tell you is something you've never heard before. It's not another mantra to recite. It's not about weird chakras or anything else like that. It's a 15-min wealth protocol that can potentially bring money into your account, all by performing this proven 2-cup manifestation method. Hi, I'm Jason Henry. I would have called you crazy if you told me that I'd be in front of you today, helping you attract wealth. Because while I'm wealthy today, all 3 of my bank accounts were in overdraft only 3 months ago. If you've ever felt like you're drowning financially, then you understand where I'm coming from. Look, I'm not a guru or some trust fund baby. I'm just a regular dad of 3, trying to support my family. With these insane gas prices, rent and grocery bills, I was barely getting by. Then my mother died. She was the only family I had left. But I didn't even have time to grieve. All I could think about was that I couldn't afford the funeral. So I only had one person in the world who could help. My brother-in-law, who always disapproved of me. Asking him for financial help was the lowest I'd ever felt. But things got worse than I could have imagined when he flat out refused. The worst part is, I walked in on him and my sister talking in the kitchen. He can't even bury his own mother, let alone take care of the kids. It felt like someone had knocked the air out of my lungs and took every last bit of confidence I had with it. The worst part is that he was right. What kind of a man was I? Should I let my wife go and live the life she deserved? With absolutely nobody to turn to, I ran to my local church and fell to my knees. I was in such a trance that I didn't notice the man sat peacefully in the front row. He was decked out in a well-tailored navy blue suit. And when he held his hands to pray, I couldn't help but notice his dazzling cufflinks. They were platinum silver with a strange symbol encrusted in diamonds. And when I saw it, a strange force came over me, and I began to weep. I had no idea that I was just moments away from my entire life changing forever. It sounds almost unbelievable. But over the next 6 weeks I would go on to manifest $93,000. All because of that chance meeting in that North Carolina church. My $20K debt evaporated. The piles of bills disappeared. And most importantly, I held a lavish end-of-life service for my mother. And it all happened without me having to actually work for it. For the first time in years, I smiled from ear to ear when looking at my bank balance. And I was so carefree, everyone said it looked like I had grown almost 10 years younger. All because of the secret I discovered in the church. Because while very few people know about it, it's actually rooted in the research of a famous Russian Nobel Prize-winning scientist. But while I was sitting at the church, I could never have known that any of that was about to happen. I was sitting there, sobbing, feeling more defeated and embarrassed than I ever have before. But I had this strange feeling that I had to ask the man in the dark suit about the symbol on his cufflinks. Somehow I felt this was a defining moment for me. And I was right. "Excuse me, sir, what does the symbol on your cufflinks mean?" "Quantum leap," he answered. He handed me an ivory-colored business card with the quantum symbol etched into the front. "You have been brought to this moment for a reason, and things will get better for you now," he said. I didn't even have time to ask for his name. He walked out of the church where a black Bentley was waiting for him, got in and sped off. I was so dumbstruck by the whole thing. Who was that man? What did he mean by things will get better? And as I went to bed that night, I had no idea that this unusual encounter would mark the beginning of my new life. When I woke up the next day, I was in a total fog. It felt like the previous day was some kind of dream. But when I glanced down at my dresser, I saw the business card sitting there. And I just had to find out what it was all about. I googled the man's name written on the card. And what came up when I typed his name was Pavel Gorbanov. He's North Carolina's wealthiest real estate investor. Without thinking, I got in my car and sped to the address written on the business card. And when I entered his beautiful penthouse, Pavel Gorbanov was waiting for me there. He lifted his hand and said, "Things happen for a reason. And when fortune grants you an opportunity, sometimes it's better to seize it than to question it. I don't have much time, but I did promise that things will get better for you now. So let me ask you, what do you want more than anything in the world?" I told him everything. About how I couldn't pay for my mother's funeral. About all of my failed attempts to make extra money. About how I felt like a deadbeat father. He looked at me knowingly and continued, "What I'm about to tell you is something you won't find anywhere else. If you want to become a millionaire, there's only one thing that you should be focusing on. Quantum leap. It all comes back to that symbol you asked me about right there," he said. "It represents the fundamental root of becoming a millionaire. It's responsible for keeping you attracting wealth. It's one of the oldest symbols in the world, and is a basis in quantum physics. And the reason why it's so important is because it symbolizes the most basic universal law. Believe it or not, you can quantum leap to potentially become a millionaire. Exploiting this phenomenon is the #1 key to the life that you desire. Most people's cells are stuck in broke vibration, sending them into a downward financial spiral. In moments, you can change that and activate your millionaire vibration, which is essential to attracting financial rewards." I couldn't help but feel a little skeptical. "Are you having trouble with this?" he asked. "No," I said. "It's just that this all sounds a little too woo-woo for me." Dr. Gorbanov broke out into a smile and asked, "Have you ever heard of Niels Bohr? He's a Nobel Prize-winning Danish physicist. He was studying a cell through a microscope when he noticed something bizarre. Randomly, the electron in an atom would jump from one orbit to another, increasing its vibrational level, which means that you can increase your vibration on a cellular level. Also that attracting money happens automatically, but only if you know how to quantum leap." "So how do I quantum leap?" I asked. Pavel Gorbanov pointed to the table in front of me. "Those 2 cups right there. One was filled with water. The other was empty. It's called the 2-cup method. Using just those 2 cups, the quantum leap starts working in seconds, allowing you to attract money and wealth. But without the guide and alpha wave music I'm about to play for you, it won't work. Are you ready?" Dr. Gorbanov turned on the most creepy yet beautiful music I have ever heard. I immediately fell into a dreamlike trance. Then a soft, calming woman's voice guided me with exactly what to do with the 2 cups. She told me when to pick up the first cup, then when to pour the water into the second cup, and helped me make a vivid movie in my mind. The entire experience felt surreal. It was almost as if I had transformed within 15 minutes. I wondered if I looked different. And Pavel Gorbanov simply stared at me quietly. Finally, I asked, "Why did you do this for me?" Pavel Gorbanov looked at me intently. "I'm forbidden to share this with any outsider, but you are the only person in over 20 years who asked me about the symbol on my cufflinks. I took it as a sign that you have been chosen. And to be honest, I've grown frustrated with the restrictions on this method. When I look around me, all I see are people struggling. And I know this method will dramatically change their life. I'd like nothing more than to share what I know with others. to be a true people's champion. But, unfortunately, my hands are tied. So I've been plotting a way to get around this restriction. And when you asked about this symbol on my cufflinks, I thought it might be the chance I've been looking for. That night I could hardly sleep. I kept tossing and turning in my sheets. The whole day seemed so strange and unbelievable. Yet at the same time, I felt like all of my worries faded away. I didn't feel stressed about anything. I didn't worry about whether to pay the heating bill or buy groceries. And I didn't stress about my mother's funeral. I felt carefree. Like I knew my life was about to change. Which started the very next morning when a refund I had requested of $273 came through my account. I was happy, of course. But I still wasn't ready to get my hopes up yet. Soon after, I received a letter in the mail. It was from a law firm in North Carolina. It stated probate and will. And when I saw the law firm's logo, I could hardly catch my breath. Turns out, I was receiving a bank transfer of $33,000. It was all my mom had left when she passed away. So they were transferring the $33,000 into my account as her only son. And when I checked my bank account at the end of the week, I had more money in there than ever before. Little did I know that was just the beginning. As the days went by, I continued receiving unexpected money. My bills were all paid. My confidence skyrocketed. And my mother got the lavish funeral she deserved. It felt like all of my other problems had vanished too. My brother-in-law finally respected me. I felt true financial relief. And my marriage is happier than ever. People around me kept asking me what had happened. And I even heard rumors spreading that I had won the lottery. My world felt brighter, almost like I was seeing it in full color for the first time. And my mother got the lavish funeral she deserved. And as everything around me started to change, more and more people started to ask me what my secret was. At first, I was afraid to tell them the truth because my story sounded so crazy. But I could see the desperation in their eyes. And I could still remember the pain of my own experience. So I started to share what I knew with a few close friends. Soon my inbox was flooded with their transformation stories. Like Martina, who told me, "I'm a believer. My whole life I've struggled with making and keeping money. Now I have way more cash than I know what to do with." Or Miss Richards, who told me, "Bless your heart. I have never experienced financial windfalls like this from anything I've tried before. I don't feel worried about the bills. I'm singing around the house like I'm a young lady again." Soon, I had more requests than I could keep up with. So I stormed back into Pavel Gorbanov's office and said, "We have to figure out a way to get this to more people." So we put our heads together to figure out how to get this two-cup method into the hands of as many people as possible. We partnered with a state-of-the-art recording facility. And we remastered the unbelievable audio that personally guided me to do the two-cup method in Dr. Gorbanov's penthouse. We made it so that it can be listened to on any device, anywhere in the world. It took a lot of trial and error. Frankly, we were both a little naive about much work it would take. But we stuck with it until we were able to help others create financial abundance and live the life of their dreams. Yet even as we became well known in our small community, I wanted to share our secret with even more people. That's when I received a letter in the mail. It was unmarked. I cautiously opened it. Inside was the symbol. And it was at that moment that I knew we were on the right track. It's why I'm proud to be the first to introduce you to this. Truly is the world's most powerful wealth attraction method. Not only because it allows money to flow to you in abundance, but because it does it all instantaneously. In other words, it makes manifesting money simple, quick and automatic. It all starts the moment you access your downloadable program. You will simply need to have 2 cups in front of you, then play the audio on your phone, tablet or computer. You can listen to it with or without headphones. Whatever feels most comfortable to you. Then, simply let the audio voice be your guide. It will direct you with exactly what to do with the 2 cups to perform your quantum leap. The audio is laced with the most beautiful alpha wave music to force you into a hypnotic state. It literally couldn't be easier. The entire quantum leap process takes 15 minutes. You can listen to it anywhere at any time of the day. Then all you have to do is let it do the rest of the work for you. That's it. So forget about everything you've been told about how hard it is to make money. Because right now you're just moments away from getting your hands on the world's easiest, most effective wealth attraction solution. Here's how you can get your hands on Quantum Millionaire today. If Quantum Millionaire were sold in stores, it would be $197. Which I know might sound crazy. But that's just what happens when you put something like Quantum Millionaire in a store. And they mark it up because they want you to pay their shipping, marketing, building rent and more. But we're not in this for the money. We just want to get this program into the hands of as many people as possible. Instead of putting it on store shelves, I decided to simply sit down and write out my story to you. Tell you everything that happened to me. Share all of the research I've put together. And let you hear all of the remarkable transformation stories of people who've used Quantum Millionaire for themselves. Then it's up to you to decide if Quantum Millionaire is right for you. That's why if you order Quantum Millionaire today, you won't have to pay full price. When you order right now, on this page only, you can get instant access to Quantum Millionaire for just $39. Plus, order now plus get 6 free gifts. Don't decide now, try it for a full 60 days with my 100% money back guarantee. I would never want you to just take my word for it that this powerful process will finally help you manifest true wealth. That's why I'm giving you a full 60-day money back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose and absolutely everything to gain. Just listen to the audio to start manifesting your desires. If you don't see amazing, immeasurable results, just email support@quantummillionaire.co and I will give you a full refund, no questions asked. Even if you just don't get around to using this and change your mind, I will honor your guarantee. I'm that certain this will change your life. All for just $39. Simply click the Add to Cart button now and after completing your order, you will be instantly redirected to a page where you can download your copy of Quantum Millionaire plus your 6 free gifts. Click below for instant access. Secure order form -100% protected and safe. Frequently asked questions and answers. Q. Does this really work? A. Yes. This is so potent that you will start manifesting instantly. Q. Is there a guarantee? A. Of course. You are entitled to a 60-day, no questions asked guarantee. In other words, if you aren't happy for any reason, you'll get your money back. I don't think it'll come to that, but if you're even the least bit worried if this will work for you, then put your mind at ease. You either get the results you want or you get your money back. It's as simple as that. Q. Why just $39? A. If you're thinking, $39 is cheap. What's the catch? Then here are 2 reasons that should put your mind at ease. 1. $39 puts this information within the reach of everyone. 2. It makes sure you're serious. In my experience, charging anything gets rid of 99% of the people who just want to blame the universe for their lack of success. Q. How long will it take to access Quantum Millionaire? A. Immediately after you complete the order form, an email will be sent to you with downloadable access to your program.